Thank you, Minister, for being here, and Deputy Minister. My question, as we know, the new Pension for Life option that is part of the planned spending in the 2018-2019 budget could cost as much as $3.6 billion. This is a significant sum of money, but I think it's quite a bit less than what was promised to veterans by the party that is now part of your party. The 2015 Liberal Party platform said, and I quote, "We will reestablish lifelong pensions as an option for our injured veterans." So your party's document refers to the old lifelong pension that existed before the implementation of the new Veterans Charter. That is why the term reinstate was used and not end state or create. So the word was reestablish as it was before. It was clear and unequivocal language. So now, as we know, in a town hall meeting in Edmonton on February 1st, the Prime Minister made the admission that your government was still fighting veterans who are seeking the reinstatement of the lifelong pension in court, quote, because they're asking for more than we're able to give right now, end quote. So my question is specific to only direct payments made to veterans, no other services or programs, just the direct monthly payments to veterans. If the old lifelong pension regime was actually reinstated, as the Liberal Party promised to do, as it promised it would do, as your leader and you promised to do in the election, Minister, then how much more would it have cost compared to the watered-down lifetime pension program that you're actually delivering now?
I would disagree with the member. I mean, what we said that we would do is that we would bring back a monthly payment option. In fact, I kind of wish we didn't say option all the time, but we do, because technically that's true. There are a number of veterans who are later in life who, the lump sum payment makes more sense for them financially. But we are nudging people, and this will nudge people towards a monthly amount. And we believe it needs to be monthly because there was something that didn't ring true to a lot of Canadians and obviously to a lot of veterans about the lump sum amount and that being the only option available. And that was, it's a lot of money, let's say, for a 25 or 30-year-old veteran coming out of Afghanistan suddenly to take on. I mean, if that's the only amount that you get,
so,
and
you're saying that it's the same amount. You're saying that it's the same amount as that was promised before 2006.
Actually, it builds on the point that I was making earlier.
Just straight up payments. Is it more or is it less?
This gets exactly to the point that I was saying earlier, that more increasingly
just asking for a simple question,
and I'm
yes
giving
or no?
you a very complicated answer,
yeah,
which is
you
that
are.
for
and
every
I think that
individual
the complicated
veteran,
answer is not any.
It will depend on their circumstances.
Minister, you know, I've got a friend here, Mark Campbell. He served alongside Paul Franklin. Same injuries, same war, old system, and totally different benefits. And there's a 40% difference when it comes to payments. Minister, maybe you can explain. It's just a simple question. Why are they getting less than somebody who fought in the same battle?
It really depends on the individual involved, sir. I mean, I can only say it so many times. There are some that will fall under the Pension Act of 1919, and there are some that will fall under the new Veterans Charter.
This isn't what they were promising, what they expected,
Pension for Life, we are
Minister.
giving a monthly pension for those who are unable to work, who are unable to reestablish themselves in society. That in almost every case they will do more.
I just wish the government would just be more forthcoming
and just the Pension Act of 1919.
I wish the government would be more forthcoming and just, you know.
Have a conversation as opposed to arguing over each other, please.
Great. Next question. In a letter to this committee, your department has stated that, and I quote, there are approximately 29,000 pending disability benefit applications, first applications, reassessment, and departmental reviews. Of the 29,000 pending in the queue, approximately 9,000 applications, first applications, reassessments, and departmental reviews are over the service standard. Your government has now committed $42.8 million over 2 years to address the backlog in processing the increased number of claims. Was this dollar amount, $42.8 million over the 2 years, the amount that was officially requested by experts in the department to resolve the backlog?
It is very difficult for us to gauge, to be honest with you, how much it will cost in order for us to absorb that backlog. And also, to be honest with you, you only have the capacity to absorb so much money. You know, we only have so many people trained and ready to go at any one time. I mean, I'll allow the deputy to speak further on it, but I mean, certainly, you know, we were very pleased with that amount. It is not going to happen quick enough for my liking, or frankly for the liking of anybody, of one of those 9,000 people who are waiting an abnormal amount of time for the benefits and services that they're entitled to.
So I know you're saying that it's not enough money to do that, but we know that this won't. Will this eliminate the backlog? Do you believe that this amount of money will eliminate the backlog.
Well,
and
the
get
head
it
of the
to-
union says it's definitely in the right direction, and it gives us a huge good start, I guess.
It was my understanding that they needed double to actually get it to zero. So, I mean, that's...
I have never seen, I have not seen, Mr. Johns, a figure that would ever put us at zero.
So what is the figure to get us to zero? There must be a number that you should be able to...
I'm not aware of any number. I just know that the 42.8 gives us a good start.
Okay. The question, the last question I have, and I think I'm running out of time. So we know that we had 4,000 staff working in VAC in 2012. There was significant cuts under the Conservative government. 1,000 jobs were lost. You've rehired. We're still looking at about 600 short when we do the math. When are we going to, and you're introducing new programs, and we can't keep up with the programs that we're dealing with now before implementing new programs. How many staff do you forecast we need to be able to deal with the backlog and implement the new programs?
Right now we are focused on retraining, those staff who are available and who have the experience to best handle new programs.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.